Hi everyone. So we are going to build a simple calculator app. So it will contain one uh, label to show the output, two input boxes, and four buttons to perform the operations. Let me design it for you. So this is the label, and this is the text input which I'm talking about. So these are the two text inputs, correct? And this is one label which will show the output to the user. Let me resize it first. And this is initially with the empty value, and font size is around 16 pixels, correct? And text alignment is in the center. Now this is the label. Let me give some border to it, 3 pixels, right? This is label 1. This is label 2, which will contain the first number, and this is label number 2, which will contain the second number, and these are the four buttons I will require here. This is button 1, this is button 2, 3, and button number 4. Right, these are the buttons to perform the operations. This is plus button, this is minus button, and multiplication and division. Right, now we have four buttons, two text boxes to get the values from the user and one to show the output. Now let's go to the coding part. We will require two variables to store the value from the user. Right, these are the two variables, a with the initial value 0, and this is the b with the initial value 0. Now I will do one thing, pay attention here. This is on event is applied to the screen 1, and which will trigger whenever we do changes in the screen, right? And what we will do in this thing, we will try to set the values of a and b. We will assign a values as a and b, and what we will do, we will get the number from the text box 1 for a and get the number for text for value b from the text box 2, right? So whenever we do changes in the screen, we will assign the values to a and b. We cannot do one thing like directly putting the values to a and b here, right? The problem is this will only run whenever the screen is loading. It will not run whenever we putting the value into these text boxes. And if you directly do this, you will get a null value. Why? Because initially our text boxes don't contain any number, they contain null values, and it will be assigned only one time, and it will be not updated, right? So we need to do this thing, like whenever we do changes in the screen, then only we will apply the uh, we will assign the values to a and b. Right, we got the values for a and b. Also, not one thing, like I haven't done this get text here. Instead of get, I have applied get number instead of get text. Why? Because in get text you will get a number. Sorry, you will get a string instead of a number. And in case of number, get number, you will get a numerical value, right? So we require a numerical value for performing operations. Now we will require four events for to perform operations on the numbers. So here is the what we will do. We will set text first. We will set text. Let me do it for everyone. What we are doing here, we are setting text to label 1 for every operation we are doing. This is for label 1. This is also for label 1, and this is also for label 1, and we will perform math operations accordingly. This is plus operation perform, subtraction operation, multiplication operation perform, and this is subtraction. This is multiplication asterisk, okay, in programming world. And this is perform on button 1, this is perform on button 2, this operation is performed for button 3, and this operation is performed for button number 4. And for which values we are performing, and B. And B. A and B, and division is also for A and B. Right. So we are done with the coding part also. Let me show you the demonstration. So this is number 1, let's say 78 and 22. So I do addition, then it is giving me 100, that is correct. And subtraction is 56, also correct. Multiplication is also correct, and division is also correct. So what is going on here? Let me try to explain once again. This is variable and variable 1 and variable 2, which are initially initialized as 0, and whenever we do changes in the screen, these values are get initialized with whatever the value present in this text input 1, text input 2, and you get the values. Now whenever a click is performed on these buttons, right, a click is performed on these buttons, an operation is going on. What is that? We are setting the text. We are setting the text on label 1, label 2, like label 1 only, and what values we are putting, this operation output values we are putting in the label 1, right? So this is the overall code running, and I hope you understood what I am trying to make you understand. So please subscribe the channel, and we will meet on the next video. Thank you.